WWE 2K25 is out now, and I've had my fair share of fun playing in the ring, playing my rides. I did the showcase. I played a bunch of the, just regular matches, did an Elimination Chamber, did a Hell in a Cell, did some cage matches, messed around with the Royal Rumble, did a bunch of the stuff, played around here and there. And I gotta say, the gameplay is smooth, the graphics are really good, everything goes together really well. 2K added a couple new things. They also added this, wrestling thing where both players hit B or circle, whatever you're playing on, that you exchange in this back and forth grappling thing where you choose to do one thing and then you guys are fighting against each other. It's all right. It's not the coolest feature of all time. It could be a little bit annoying at first trying to learn, and it's honestly a feature that I could have lived without, but it's not the worst feature of all time. I'm just glad this feature isn't really heavily focused on, and we don't put a lot of weight on this feature. It's just there if it happens, right? But other than that, it's pretty much typical gameplay that you think you would get from a WWE 2K game. They didn't stray off the path too far. It's pretty much the same thing from 2K24. It really feels the same. It plays the same. I do gotta say, I'm still just disappointed that 2K and all their games that they make, that every sport game they make, it evolves around a my player or my career. And time after time, the graphics or the dialogue or the story is just really mediocre, and it's kind of the same thing in my rise. The graphics aren't really that great, the story's not that great. It's fun, you play through it, you win your championships, you have your story modes, you have your alliances, your rivals and stuff like that. And, you could choose a little bit of dialogue here and there. It's pretty often you choose dialogue. It's not the craziest options of dialogue. It's not like Baldur's Gate 3, but you can choose. And they also have this feature where you can also play as another wrestler, which is a female in the My Rise, and you get to create pretty much two different wrestlers, and it's all right. I don't really like that too much. It's a little bit annoying when you got to play as your other wrestler, not your main wrestler. And My Rise is pretty generic from every other My Rise, My Player, My Career. It's not something you go into expecting the greatest graphics or dialogue. You just go in to play your character that you create, right? Well, one thing that sucks for me is that, the biggest selling point for me was the My Island, like My Player, like NBA 2K kind of does with My Park. And I was really excited for that, and unfortunately, I did not know that does not go, or that feature is not involved on PC, right? So the island isn't on the PC, it's only on console, Xbox and PlayStation, so I missed out on that. I was really looking forward to that. That was 80% of why I bought it, right? I really wanted to play as that, and I wanted to, just check out to see if it was any different from 2K24 or anything else. I would say the major things that I noticed is pretty much every other sport game, and I just came out with a video talking about a bunch of sport games, that it just feels copy and pasted, right? And they haven't really touched up the backroom brawl area and done more features like that to where you can make stuff better, make more weapons. It's just the backroom brawl area I think is mediocre, and then the other rooms that they added onto it's just mediocre. But other than that, it plays really well, and it's really fun for a wrestling game. It is fun. They do a lot of things right. They keep true to that real 2K feel for wrestling, and I don't have a problem with the style. I like the style of gameplay that the 2K brings to the wrestling world. Creating your character, they give you tons of options to choose from: wrestling moves, styles, tattoos. I mean, we're not too much tattoos, I should say. They don't give you a whole lot to choose from when in terms of accessories or hairstyles or tattoos. The creation isn't super crazy, but it's enough, I guess, to have some fun. But other than that, it's pretty much your typical 2K. Unfortunately, I can't give a review on the island. I didn't play it. I really wish I can. It looks a lot of fun. Hopefully, maybe in the near future, they drop that for the PC and I'm able to access that, because I don't have a console. And yeah, I mean, other than that, I'd probably give this a solid 8 out of 10. Out of everything I've seen, everything I've played, my experience so far. And I probably would have given it a 7.5 out of 10 if it wasn't for the big roster. The roster is huge. It has over 300 wrestlers to choose from. So I think that's awesome. I think the more wrestlers, the better. The more characters in a video game, the better for me. I love that so much. But yeah, without it having so many wrestlers, I probably would have given it a 7.5. So I'm giving it a little bit of grace, giving it an 8 out of 10. I really think the My Rise is mediocre. Showcase was really fun. I didn't get to play the island, right? I probably would have gave it an 8, maybe an 8.5 if I was able to play the island, because that seems really fun. But yeah, other than that, that's the video. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if you guys are enjoying WWE 2K25 down below. And yeah, see you guys on the next one.